Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group along with several others that are focused on different destinations. We are also an earmarked platinum authorized Disney vacation planner, and that just means that we are trained by Disney and that we are recognized by them as providing exceptional customer service and being experts in their vacation products. Welcome to Sundays with MMT. This is a weekly live agent panel video series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're really excited to be here tonight to talk to you about giving the gift of travel. So we are going to be sharing some sample package pricing with you tonight. We're going to be sharing fun tips and ideas for how to surprise your family with a Disney vacation this holiday season. But we also want to save some time at the end of the video to take any questions that you may have. So feel free at any point during this video to go ahead and drop those questions into the comments, and we will come back to all of those at the end. We are using a platform tonight called StreamYard to go live, and StreamYard might ask you to approve it to display your username and profile picture. Just know that you can decline that permission and you can still post anonymously, and we'll be able to interact with you that way. So I'm joined tonight by three of our marvelous agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being here tonight. And if you would please just take a moment to tell everybody your name, how long you've been with the agency, and the best way for them to contact you if they're interested in planning a vacation.
My name is Amy Grunt. I've been with the agency for about 4.5 years. The best way to get in touch with me is on my email. It's amy.grunt@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hi, my name's Sarah Hamer. I've been with the agency about 3.5 years, and you can reach me at sarah@marvelousmousetravels.com, and that's Sarah with an H, just in case you went the other way.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shanna Lopez. I have been with the agency for just a little over a year, and the best way to contact me is through my email, which is shanna@marvelousmousetravels.com.
And again, my name is Ginger. I'm a master planner. I've been with the agency just over 3.5 years. And the best way to get in touch with me is to visit my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. You can also email me at ginger@marvelousmousetravels.com. So, ladies, I love this topic that we're talking about tonight because I know I personally would much rather give experiences to my family than, my kids, for instance, are 9 and 6. And, they are to the point now where toys look really cool for about 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, it's pitched in a toy bin and it might not be pulled out again for another year, if ever. And so, for them, I really feel like giving them the gift of a trip is probably a better way to use my money because it's something that they're actually going to hold on to. They're going to keep those memories. But, I think for a lot of people, maybe the idea of gifting a vacation for the holidays is maybe a little bit unconventional. So, in your opinion, why give the gift of travel, and specifically, why give the gift of travel this year?
I feel like by giving the gift of travel, you're giving memories. Like you said, the toys get thrown in the toy box. They're great for a little while and then they're forgotten about. Now with travel, they have those memories that last forever. You have it for yourself, for the kids, pictures, everything. So I think it's definitely a better choice for a gift.
So kind of like you, Ginger, I'm a mama of 3 kids. And so we kind of found ourselves as they were getting older that we were just buying them things to buy them stuff for Christmas. And so it kind of got a little frustrating of, like you said, they play with something for a little bit and then they're done with it. And so we've actually the last 2 years done the gift of travel for Christmas. We do it a little differently. We actually have traveled over Christmas. And so they got maybe a couple of little small things for Christmas, but their big gift was actually that trip that we were taking. And just, when you have kids, just making those memories with them, those are going to last way longer than any toy we could put under the tree. So true.
So I have 2 little ones as well. I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. So they're kind of in a different place where they don't really appreciate the travel just yet, but I do definitely think that's something that we're going to be doing, especially after this year. I feel like we got to spend a lot of quality time together, but I feel like we didn't get to see a lot. And that's one thing that I want for them, is to be able to see and experience different places. And having pretty much a whole year and a half of them not getting to experience anything, I am so ready to take them somewhere so they can feel the magic.
Absolutely. And, another thing, just practically speaking, in regards to this year, is that, we've all been watching the news. We've been seeing shipping times, being completely out of control. A lot of people concerned that their physical gifts, are not going to get here by Christmas. And so, if you're giving the gift of travel, that's not something that you have to worry about, because you're probably giving an experience. Some people do, they do it like Shanna's family, where they travel over Christmas. That's how we do it too. We've spent the last year, and then we'll do it again this year. The week leading up to Christmas, we'll be at Disney World, and that's kind of our kids' big gift. But if you can also gift a vacation for a couple months in the future and have something to look forward to. And so, you don't have to worry about wrapping up that under the tree. It's going to be ready to go. And we'll talk later on about some fun ways to surprise your family with that. But there's just so many reasons. We have spent a lot of quality time at home, but also too, just practically speaking, we don't have to worry about something not making it here in time for us to wrap it up and put it under the tree. There have been a couple of comments. I know we were going to save the comments to the end but there have been a couple that have popped up that I thought were really, really good, especially. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. These are, I think, 2019's gingerbread ears. Oh, thank you. There was one about clutter, though, in particular. This is the one that I'm looking for. Somebody said, "Yep, that's it. Less clutter in my house." Which, can I get an amen on that? Further, it looks pretty good behind me right now, but what you don't see is all of the toys that I have crammed into the corners to make the background of my house look okay for this live. So less clutter is always a good thing. Yes. All the moms and dads out there are like, yes, I totally agree with that. Less clutter, more memories, for sure. So yeah, I mean, so many reasons to gift travel. Oh, thank you. We like the Christmas theme too. And I love getting the gift of travel too. So
I think another thing, just to add really quickly, is that we all kind of got a shocker in the last year, right? And it's one of those things where it's take advantage of what we have access to, instead of kind of, letting everything, the busy go past you, and oh, I can't fit it in, or we can't find time to get the kids on vacation, or we got this and that. It's make that time to enjoy as a family and get to see and experience things while we have the opportunity to do so. Because over a year, we've not had the opportunity to do much. So take advantage of being able to now.
Absolutely. Definitely. So let's share with people, just some sample pricing, because, everyone shops for the holidays on a budget. And so, we tried, as we were communicating as a group about this leading up to tonight's live, we were trying to show a range of options. And with Disney World, just keep in mind that pricing varies on a number of factors. So not only does it vary based on the resort or the length of ticket, but it also varies based on date. So, if the budgets that we are showing tonight are not something that works with your family, that's one reason why working with an agent is such a smart idea for you as a consumer, because we know when low season versus peak season is. If budget is something that you're really concerned about, we can help you find the best time to go. We can help you find the best deals. So just know that what you're seeing tonight is just sample pricing. And a lot of it is holiday pricing, because it's a holiday theme. But obviously traveling over actual Christmas is going to be one of the more expensive times that you can go. But you can still give that vacation on Christmas and maybe take it at a later date when the pricing is a little bit lower. So Amy, why don't you go first? Share with us the sample that you pulled together.
I went with Disney's Wilderness Lodge. That's my family's favorite resort. I priced out a family of 4 for a week in March 20th to the 26th of 2022. 5-day theme park tickets with Genie Plus service. My package is $6,694.36.
Now,
Disney Wilderness. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, why that resort? You mentioned it's your family's favorite. What are some of the things that you love about it?
We love that resort because it has the water taxi to the Magic Kingdom. It has so many choices for restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
We love the theming of the resort. It is they have the electric water pageant that goes by the resort at night. It also goes by the other resorts that are in the Bay Lake area. But it's just such a great experience there. I just think it's very woodsy, and with having a son, that's kind of tends us to, do that resort as well. But also when I was younger, we always camped at Fort Wilderness Campground. So this is the closest thing that I'm going to get my son and husband ever to do is go to Wilderness Lodge and not camp.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever walked into Wilderness Lodge, which it's one of my favorites too. I remember looking at my husband and saying, you don't feel like you're this close to a theme park. Like it is so tranquil and beautiful there. And I just love it. So, and at Christmas, it's a beautiful time to go because
it is amazing.
It's just so pretty. So I think that's a great one. Awesome. Let's see, Sarah. What you got for us?
Alrighty, so I did the week in May 9th through the 15th. I picked the resort Coronado Springs. All of us agents, I don't know if you're following our pages, a lot of us have been posting from there because we were just there this week for our conference. And I actually got to see it a little bit more than even the last time I was there. So this room is going to be a tower room with a water view with 4-day hopper passes, as well as the Genie Plus, which I think is a great service that you need to have, especially if you are traveling at a busier time. But one of the reasons that I picked this resort is because, sometimes you want the amenities of a deluxe resort, but sometimes the price tag is just not accommodating. So I feel like this is a moderate priced resort with deluxe features. Like there's multiple restaurant locations, there's a gym. I'm a huge gym goer, so that's super important to me to be able to do that, but sometimes I just don't really want to pay the full boat for the deluxe. And also too, it's got a lot of viewing areas when you're walking around the resort that you can catch fireworks at. Actually, when we were there last week, I was able to see them from a few different locations. And it's just, if you don't want to stay in the park for that, you can still kind of have that experience. And it's beautiful. It's a large enough resort that you don't feel like you're kind of on top of everybody. But yeah, that's the main thing though, is you got a lot of the amenities like a deluxe resort would have, but with a moderate price tag.
Yeah, I totally agree, especially if you stay in the tower. Like I was in the tower last week for the conference, and like Sarah was just mentioning, we were watching the Magic Kingdom fireworks from our room. And, typically that's an experience you only get to have if you're staying at one of those deluxe properties.
And I will say the room size, I've stayed at a lot of the resorts on property. I used to be a cast member, so I got to kind of pop back and forth a lot. But the room size in the tower, I thought was like the bathroom was massive. My whole family could have fit in the bathroom if we had to get ready at the same time. So it's definitely wonderful and beautiful. And with the tower being brand new and a few of the new dining locations, it really makes it a very nice resort to stay at.
It does. And even the quick service at Coronado is really good. Like it's just a great one. It's my favorite of the moderates. So yes. I love that one for sure. All right, Shanna, what about you?
All right. So I went all in for mine, and I actually did December 23rd through the 29th, so over Christmas. And my quote is for the Contemporary. It is in the tower with a theme park view. It includes the 6-day park hopper passes and Genie Plus, and that total is $10,827.10. But Contemporary is my family's favorite resort. We actually stayed in the tower with a theme park view last Christmas. And I can't tell you, it's just so magical to wake up on Christmas morning and have your curtains open and you can see Magic Kingdom and the castle in the background. It was the best Christmas. So we love the Contemporary.
Yeah, the Contemporary is awesome. And I love how they've redone the lobby. Like they really kind of leaned into the mid-century modern aesthetic, and they've redone the rooms to be themed after The Incredibles. Like it's just such a fun resort now. Have you ladies eaten at the new Steakhouse 71 yet?
Not yet.
Yep. Oh, it was fantastic.
It's really good.
For the conference, my friends that I was with, we actually did one night at the Contemporary in that theme park view. Got to see the new incredible themed rooms. If you've ever stayed at the Contemporary, you probably remember that the bathrooms were pretty small. They're not small anymore. They are huge. And I'd say they're probably twice the size that they used to be. And just being able to walk out of your room and look down and you see the monorail going through, I feel like a little kid when I'm there. I get so excited. I could just stand and watch the monorail. It makes me happy. So
Yeah,
I think it's funny how we all highlighted the bathrooms are huge. So we're clearly used to having 100 people on us while we're trying to get ready, or the kids are underneath your feet, or your husband decides to stand next to you while you're trying to get ready. That is a big feature of some of these resorts, though. You look for that.
That's so true. That's a great point. So I cheated a little bit. We were only supposed to put together one, but I actually did two because I wanted to show two ends of the spectrum. So I actually picked one of the value resorts for my first one. This is, I priced this based on December 18th through the 23rd of 2022 for 2 adults and 2 children under 10. And this is Disney's All-Star Movies Resort in a standard room. I paired this with 4-day base tickets, and including tax, that total is $3,488.24. So again, like we said, you can really see that there is a large range with Disney, and a lot of that can depend on when you're traveling. Shanna's quote and mine were pretty close together in terms of dates, but I'm looking at a value. She's looking at a deluxe in the Magic Kingdom area. There's quite a spread on price there, and so that's, again, where working with an agent really helps you, because we know the pricing of the resorts. We can find you something that's going to work, close to within what you're hoping to spend. But I love All-Star Movies. It's a really fun value. It's been recently redone with like hard surface flooring. That's a big deal to a lot of people, particularly if you have allergies or kids with allergies. Not having carpet in the room is really nice. And they have like the fold down Murphy style bed. So your second queen bed, when it's not in use, it can actually fold up and be a little table, give you a little bit of extra space in the room. Plus, if you have anybody in your travel party who is a Toy Story fan or a Fantasia fan or 101 Dalmatians, there's really fun theming at that resort. For my deluxe option, I looked at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, which is kind of peak Disney in a lot of ways, because it's also the Magic Kingdom area. It's the closest monorail stop to the Magic Kingdom. It has its own walkway to the Magic Kingdom. It's really their flagship resort. Like, I remember when I was a kid back in the 90s, I used to watch Full House. And when the cast of Full House went to Disney World, they stayed at the Grand Floridian, so it's just kind of that iconic Disney resort. But I looked at June 12th through the 17th of 2022 with 2 adults and 2 kids under 10 in an outer building garden view room with 4-day base tickets. And that price tag was $6,044.68. And again, all of these prices that we've shown you are prior to any discounts that could be released, because Disney has not released promotions for 2022 yet. And so that's one of those things where if you're working with an agent and you've booked at rack rate, and then a promotion does come out that applies to your package, your agent can go in and apply that promotion and bring your vacation price down. That's one of the free planning services that we offer to our clients. So as you can see, lots of great options. That's not even that's a drop in the bucket in terms of all of the different on-site resorts that you could look at. But no matter what you pick, finding a fun way to tell your family is what I think a lot of people maybe struggle with. Like, well, how do I do this? I've seen that question pop up in this group a whole lot over the past couple of weeks. So I asked all of these ladies to come up with a fun, creative way to share of surprising your family with a Disney vacation. So Amy, we'll let you go first. What's your suggestion?
Well, one of my favorites that I actually have seen recently was the big Disney balloons in a box and wrapped. So when the kids tear the box open, the balloons come up and, you're going to Disney, and that one is super cute. We've wrapped the magic bands, which is kind of a little more subdued than, balloons in a big production, because my son's 18. So we don't, he'd probably think I'm crazy if I wrap balloons for him. But I mean, I love the expression on the kid's face when the balloons pop up and, you're going to Disney.
I love that idea. That's so cute. That's precious. Sarah, what about you?
So my uncle and aunt actually surprised their two little ones when they were coming to visit me when I was living down there. And what they did is they wrapped their suitcases like already packed, and the kids open it and they're like, "You got a suitcase?" Like, because they were little, they were like, I don't know, 6 and 5 maybe, and they're just like, "I got a suitcase." And then they open it up and there was all the Disney stuff, their swimsuit, and they're like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, our flight leaves in a few hours, we gotta go." Like, and the kids they thought it was like the coolest thing. And it kind of, when you're that little too, sometimes you still don't grasp it and you're like, "Oh, I wanted toys." But I think because it was like they were going right then and there, the excitement was like out of control for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a super cute idea as well. Shanna, what about you?
So I have 2 ideas. One of my clients actually surprised their family with the Disney trip. You can buy puzzles on Amazon, and it says we're going to Disney World. And so they did that for their kids just last year. They went over spring break. So that was a really fun idea. And then back when my kids were younger, we surprised them with a trip, and we did a scavenger hunt through the house. And it just in different spots, there would be like a Disney plush, like a Mickey, and it would have a little clue that would lead them to another Disney animal or Disney character. And they kind of did that a few times. And then it took them back to the kitchen where I had like a video ready for them saying, "We're going to Disney World." And so that was really fun too. So.
That is cute. Santa does a scavenger hunt for my kids every Christmas, and they love it. Yeah. It's one of their favorite things. But I actually, one of my ideas was really similar to Shanna's. You can actually create custom puzzles on websites like Zazzle. So if you wanted to, put together, maybe design something, this is the website right here. It's just zazzle.com/custom/puzzles, but you can have them in all sizes. You can upload custom pictures. Like you could do pictures of your family or pictures of the castle or something like that. If you've been to Disney before, you can maybe put like a picture from your last vacation and be like the sequel or something like that, like something fun like that for them to see.
Awesome.
But there's so many fun ways that you can do it. And, I know that there's probably even greater ideas than just the ones that we've shared that people might have in the comments. So if you want to go ahead and pop those into the comments, even if you're not watching this live, if you happen upon this later and you're like, "Oh, I have a great idea," please still share it. Because I know that people do watch these videos for, months and years after they're live and still gain value from them. But so many different fun ways that you can do that. So ladies, one more question for you. And I know I've kind of hit on this as have you a couple of times just naturally in conversation tonight, but to wrap it all up, why should someone book their vacation, their gift of a vacation through a travel agent like us?
I think we do mostly all of the work so that you could sit back, relax, and leave it all to us. We do everything from dining to park reservations if you'd like us to. We do, like Ginger said earlier, we'll do the price promotion monitoring for you and apply anything that we can save you even more money. A lot of places don't do that. Once you book, you're booked, and they don't monitor that for you. So I think that's a huge perk right there in itself.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I also think that, especially if you're a first-time guest, or even later on if you hadn't been in a while, there's just so much planning that can go into a Disney vacation, and just little like tips and tricks to make things go more smoothly, and for your family to just really enjoy it. And, things that those of us, we're going to Disney, probably a few times a year. And so we're really on top of kind of what's going on and how things have changed, and just, best places to get snacks or watch a cavalcade or see some characters. We know those things. And so it's just one of those added bonuses of booking with a travel agent, and it's free. So why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I agree with the tips and tricks. It's, we can help you tailor your vacation to the age of your kids or the characters that they like. And we can point you in the right direction, where if you were just to open the map, you might not know where that character might be standing or what ride might be part of a movie. And the other thing too, I hate to bring it up, but this last year was tough. And a lot of people were very blessed to have their travel agents solve the problems for them when that happened. And, it just makes it easier. We take that extra stress off you. We already are also busy. Everybody's busy. They got their own lives, everything going on. The last thing you want to do is sit on hold for a few hours. We can do that for you to make it more enjoyable, because you don't want to, even if it's a simple situation, even being on hold, we know it could just frustrate somebody. We want you to get the most out of it and enjoy absolutely everything, and not be like, oh man, I sat on the phone forever. This is already stressful. We'll take the stress off of it so you can just do the enjoying part.
That's right. That's so true. And I think that all of those are fantastic points that you all have brought up. Travel agents, having that personal connection, that one person to reach out to if you have a question, or that one person, if there's something that you're like, I just really can't make up my mind between these two things, you have a personal recommendation. Disney just released their Disney Genie system, which, it's taken us a couple of webinars and stuff to figure that out. And we're professionals, working in these systems all the time. But the free element of Disney Genie is that daily itinerary. You're supposed to be able to put your interests in, and it's supposed to craft this itinerary for you. I used that, even though I know my way around the parks. I used that when we were there last week. And I was thinking to myself, as I was using that free element, I would find this overwhelming if it were my first trip to Disney. Like, you would think that would make it less overwhelming, but I actually would have found that a little bit more stressful. And so I think having someone who has sent you to the park pre-prepared with, like, this is basically where you want to start your day. You want to try to hit these rides first and stuff. And then you can look at the tip board in the app. You can maybe look at Disney Genie Plus return times if you've purchased that service, but you're not having to rely on that itinerary to tell you, like, go here, do this. And, it might be a little bit frustrating or overwhelming. You kind of have a game plan before you go in, because you have somebody with personal knowledge of the parks who's kind of tailored their recommendations to you. So I think we've had a couple of comments come through. So there's a couple that we've already looked at, but thank you, Bobby Joe. I know Bobby Joe loves a good theme when everything's themed. So she's always super put together. So I'm glad she thought it looked good. Hi, Colleen. Thanks for watching. Yes, it is so pretty. I can't wait until they bring the Snow White character dinner back to that.
At Artist Point, yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. It's awesome. I think that favorite Disney Resort comment was in response to Wilderness Lodge as well. So a lot of love for Wilderness Lodge out there today. Hi, Monica. Thanks for watching. Yes, Full House. Yep. I mean, you've really arrived when you stay where the cast of Full House goes.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We hope that you got a lot of great ideas. We hope that you're excited about maybe considering the gift of travel for your family. If you'd like to get more information about planning a trip to Disney World from any of the agents that you heard from tonight, our contact information is back at the beginning of the video. So feel free to go back and check that out. Remember that it is always free to book through us. You're not going to pay anything above and beyond just the cost of your vacation. And the cost of your vacation is the exact same booking through us than it would be if you were to book that directly on Disney's website and plan and service everything yourself. Our planning services can help you travel to theme parks, cruises, all-inclusive international travel, you name it. There is a Marvelous Mouse Travels agent who can help you get there. Next week, we're actually going to be live in our Universal Orlando group talking about this very same topic. So if maybe you're thinking about a split stay for your Christmas present to your family, feel free to join us again next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. But we thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.